This is going to get worse, as it's already getting worse and worse day by day. Now, what can the market in this price action bring us tomorrow? Let's take a look at in this video the levels, the price action, how and what type of trades, and if you have any long-term position, what you should be doing at this point. Is this eventually a good buying opportunity as well? Because everyone is talking about, oh no, it's a sell-off, but the other side of this coin is you will be getting buying opportunities. We'll take a look at in the stocks. We'll go through our S&P 500, NASDAQ 100 in this video. We'll also go over semiconductors. We may also take a look at some tech stocks. Oracle had its earnings today. We'll take a look at Oracle's price action as well in this video, okay? So a lot to talk about, and so buckle up. With that, I also want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. So let's jump on to first Oracle just to see its price action. And this thing, again, it doesn't matter, guys, what the numbers have been. We trade technicals. They did come out. I think there's a little bit of a miss across both EPS and estimate. TradingView is going to update later. But we'll have to see, go back onto it and see. But it all comes down to their guidance call and the current price action. So let's go to the hourly interval on Oracle right now. It's pretty, as long as guidance call doesn't make it sell more, it has been just choppy. It got chopped out both ends right now. Now, if guidance call can make investors happy and it can come back, well, that's something we'll have to look at, but we'll take a look at technicals as well on Oracle in this video. I just first want to show you what the earnings have done to the price action. But you know what, guys, if you remember, you already know Oracle, I called out a buy over here, and we have made a lot of gain technically. Okay, we have made 81% gains on Oracle, guys. Okay, but I have been also saying in the extensions, take profits. I have been taking profits, and also no one knows what's going to happen through the earnings. You should size down your position for this very reason. Now, price action, let it stabilize. We'll visit it at the end of this video actually, because by that time price would have made it some more moves and we'll have more clarity by the time I finish this video. At the end, we'll take a look at Oracle, so that price action, we have more movement by then and more some saturation, so that we can a little bit more dig our heels into that. So let's right now get to S&P 500. Okay, now S&P 500, guys, as I have previously mentioned, that if any rebound has to stabilize, that we'll have to see at 734 if we are looking for some strength to build back within this week. That never happened, and rebounds kept selling off, which is expected. As I mentioned, that overall structure is bearish and the precedence will be to the downside. So unless we see a couple of days of rebound stabilization, we can't really look for the upside. And what the rebounds did, they kept selling off, and thus market still remains in the negative structure. Okay, now let's get to the hourly interval. So as I talked about in the morning as well, that rebounds are selling off, and if S&P 500 is not closing closer to 740, forget any possibility of a strength comeback right now. Okay, S&P 500 has continued lower, and at this point, the zone you are watching, your technical, everything is to the downtrend, and the 740 purpose now comes down to 735. Now this is the zone you are watching, which means 735 becomes your trailing area in this ongoing downtrend. Unless now we close a day above, that has to be tomorrow. If we close above 735, it has a room to come back. If it doesn't, the downtrend will continue. S&P 500 will remain in the downtrend. Okay, so tomorrow, the only thing, if something saves and S&P 500 would be if it closes above 735. Otherwise, no, forget it. It will remain in the downtrend here. Now we are approaching 50 days moving average, but these are lagging indicators. They are more just your reference, not as in a like an indication that you have to trade those. Okay, these things can just flush straight like that. Look at it, last 20 days, right? So these are more of your reference, not a trading decision basis. Okay, for that you have to use the levels which are marked by my tools all automatically for you. If you need access to my tools, you will find the details in the description of this video on how to use my tools, how to get access to my tools. Okay, now, so what from here? Well, as I said, the downside is expected, and slowly we may trickle our way down to 695. Is that guaranteed? No. But is that the magnet right now? Yes. So, and as I said early on in this video, is the other side of the coin is that the buying opportunity. Okay, I did talk about in my members only video yesterday, market rotation and buying opportunities, and also how to manage the portfolio. You can check those videos out either by joining YouTube membership through my channel or on my Patreon. Okay, but the point is that buying opportunities are coming soon. Okay, like you want these pullbacks, you want these sell-offs so that you can buy back now. And that's where once the structure starts to lose, rebound comes and all, these are your opportunities to size down your positions. Okay, so that you can re-enter at a good price again and lock in your profits, right? So that's pretty much what right now market is doing, is just continuing its downward trend. Nasdaq 100 in a very similar boat like S&P 500. No stabilization of the rebounds on the daily time frame, and rebounds have continued to sell off. Okay, let's get to the hourly interval. So at this point, what are we looking at? Don't expect any strength right now unless and until tomorrow we break out above 704. If we are not doing that, forget any possibility of strength to build up on Nasdaq 100. Very simple. Now, definitely semiconductors are one of the, not just semiconductors, but they are one of the leading cause of market or big indices selling off, and compound that together with some tech stocks also selling off, right? So that is creating on both ends the downward pressure. This also technically has a magnet till 637. Is it going to come there? Is it guaranteed? No. But can it come there? Yes. As long as structure is negative, our magnet remains right now 637. If structure will turn around somewhere here, and I'll tell you in my videos, okay? If that's why, hit the like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on my videos. And as if, unless we change the structure somewhere midway, if that's not happening, our major magnet remains 635 area down there. Okay, so that's Nasdaq 100. Let's take a look at semiconductors. Nvidia also continuing down. Nothing changes on this, guys, still. Okay, we are still in the bearish structure, and you can see we are getting there at 194. Nvidia eventually will be a buy again. I will be interested to have a position in this. I have no position right now. I sold out. I did have some individual semiconductors that I sold out, but I had through ETFs because semiconductors I don't really want to look at in my long-term portfolios every other day, individual ones. Yes, if you are doing Micron, if you are doing heavy one of those, you can do those individually. Okay, I had more exposures through the ETFs. I am fully out. I was sizing down already until last week, and this week with the break of structure, whatever original 30% or 35% of my original position was left, I have been fully out of these semiconductors. So good money made, not complaining about anything. But yes, and I'm collecting or sitting on that cash to reposition myself as these buying opportunities are coming. Yes, you should not be upset in the market right now. You should be happy. You should be happy that market is giving you these opportunities. Let me show you why. Okay, let me uplift your mood, because it's important to have a perspective. Otherwise, you will lose the direction, the focus where you are heading in life. Okay, CrowdStrike, guys. As I have previously mentioned to you that Wall Street was making a mistake here, and me and my members were buying CrowdStrike over here, and this was our breakout confirmation 448, and we made, even if I just take from here, we made over 100% plus gains. Why? Because Wall Street was making a huge mistake. Oh, Anthropic is gonna take over CrowdStrike. I told my members it's not gonna happen. CrowdStrike is not going anywhere. And just one example, in the past also we have made a lot of money on the mistakes of Wall Street on CrowdStrike. All right, so don't get all run up by the negativity right now out there. This is something healthy. The point is that you have to position yourself ahead of these moves. In this case, why is this thing? Okay, let me move this away. You have to position yourself ahead of the moves, and that's why I was telling you, if as structure is breaking, and if you have my tools, they will tell you early on indications, right? So for example, anyways, never mind. We gotta go through the stocks, guys. I have shown you my tools in videos previously as well. Just if you are interested, the details you'll find to join in my in the description of this video for my tools. Okay, so yeah, we gotta cover a lot of things, so we gotta move on quick. Okay, so yeah, Nvidia remains negative, but it will eventually be a buy again when the structure stabilizes, turns around. I will be talking about it when that happens. Right now, let it go down. Okay, let it go down. Buying opportunities will come again. AMD. Now, AMD is so extended for me that even if it does a 20% pullback from here, even from where it is, let's see how much 20% would be, like 362, I would still not buy it. Personally, I feel like AMD is just overextended. It just feels to me that way. But can it come back up again? Yeah, it can. But right now, it's not happening, and structure remains to the negative side. It has also lost that 477, and that zone of yellow zone that is below that structure overall will remain negative. As I have said to you guys previously, even though these bounces are getting bought up, even yesterday, we are on the hourly interval now. This doesn't make AMD bullish. We are still below the yellow zone. Below this, your strength will not come, and that still remains the case, guys. AMD will continue in the downtrend right now as we stay below this yellow zone, and that is around $475 area. So right now, I expect the downside can continue more, and we have a room to cool off like 393. Now, it's not guaranteed, but we have to follow the price action, and price action right now is in the downside unless we get above 475 area. ARM, guys, you already know, I have been telling you this from up here. Even to my members, I have told multi-day weakness and all, that we are in the weakness, and you can see we are continuing lower. This zone, I have mentioned lately that now this becomes your zone, and as if this is significant level zone marked by my tools for you. As we continue to stay below it, we will continue to go in the downside here. Okay, and ARM technically has a room. The next level pretty much is 237. 237 is a room on ARM to come all the way down to. Let the froth get out of these stocks. It's good to see that the cool off is happening, because buying opportunities will come again. Broadcom also is in the decline, as said before. This below 405, our magnet is 360. Nothing else changes, guys, in our plan. That's the area. There is a bounce possibility at 360. So if you happen to open a short here, when I mentioned 404 below is a short, if you happen to open that, just make sure you do take profits at 360, or at least some. I do expect a bounce on Broadcom at $360. May not be a bullish bounce, but a bounce is possible, and then we'll see a price action from there. Micron are also selling off on Micron here, and this is pretty much becoming a definition of a lower high, guys. Okay, it's not fully broken, but it's a lower high enough that you gotta be careful. Yellow zone below is definitely a bigger picture break, and the rebounds are selling off here. So yeah, we have lost a significant level. The recent one that we gained, that's a retest, but the one that we gained prior to that is lost, and thus you can see a rejection happened yesterday and happened today also at that zone. So we are in the negative structure on Micron as well. Sandisk is the one that overall is still standing strong even through the bit of a pressure on this. So uh, it's not breaking yet fully, but that's where you are watching this zone of like 1575 area. Okay, so we somehow hold it. We are technically still fine. TSM, guys, unfortunately is not in an uptrend, and I should say it's not in a strength right now. If we stay below 420, it will continue to remain in the negative structure here. Okay. Intel also, yeah, right now, no, guys, as we stay below 116, it will remain the negative direction. We'll take a look at Seagate. Seagate has the way that it closed, it's in the weakness, and unfortunately, as we stay in this yellow zone and below, the weakness would continue on this thing. If for any reason we break out above 866 area, some turnaround again is possible. But as you can see, the lower highs that I was telling you, the retest is already happening at our significant level. Okay, and then with the rebounds and the retest, we are selling off. If you have seen early video of mine in this week, you know these very scenarios I talked about, guys. We may see a rebound and a lower high retest, and we may continue our way down, and that's the scenario playing out right now. I already told you this ahead of time. Okay, let's take a look at Tesla real quick. Just quickly want to tell you about this as well. It's also right now in the negative structure. Nothing has changed since the morning what I said, so just follow that video. If you have seen that, you know. If you haven't seen it, please check out my morning video on my YouTube channel. But yes, Tesla is in the negative structure right now still, and if any strength from here has to build up, we'll have to close tomorrow above 393. If Tesla doesn't do that, yeah, its weakness will continue on this thing. Okay, before wrapping up now, let's get to Oracle. Let's see where the price action is standing right now. Let me find Oracle. Here we go. Okay, so it's down. Price, we just have to let it, we had to see it stabilize or whatnot. But yeah, it's down $190, and unfortunately, guys, this thing is continuing right now. It's in its weakness. Now, definitely I want to see a next day as well after earnings, but unfortunately, if we are not able to regain this 204, it's unfortunately back again in the negative structure. So that's why you get my point. Why is it so important to take partial profits in the extensions, and then even before the earnings, get out whatever you can if you still have a position running. Okay, so that's all I had for you in this video. If you are interested in my tools, you can check out the details in the description of this video. And with that, guys, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.